All right, guys. So Nick Catboy Lovin Fuentes is in trouble. Got arrested for battery. So what exactly happened? Well, I'm going to give you the breakdown of it without all the hyperbolic nonsense that you get from the Keno Casino and all that nonsense, okay? So yeah, it's true. He was arrested for battery. What happened was there was this woman who figured out where Fuentes lived because of an online post that included his docs. She's like, oh, that address is near me. I'm going to go check that out. Also was aware that he was posting some things that she didn't like about your body, my choice, that sort of nonsense. Okay. So she wanted to go to his house and record it. All right. And she wanted to go to his house and record it, and she did that. And someone said, hey, why don't you go ring the doorbell? So she goes to ring the doorbell. When she does that, the door opens. Fuentes maces her, pushes her down, and takes her phone. Of course, I'll say allegedly, but it's in the police report there. That's what's being alleged there. None of this, it hasn't gone through court yet. It's just he said, she said. We'll find out later the details. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some evidence there, but I'm just saying that's where we are right now. It's that police report, there's an investigation, and then there's an arrest, there's a charge, but there's no conviction as of yet. Anyway, so yeah, he pushed her down allegedly and maced her. Or I should say maced and pushed down and took her phone. Okay. Now, I have questions and I have concerns. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Nick Fuentes. I don't care for Nick Fuentes. I think he is an idiot. I think he is I think he's extremely toxic. I think he's dangerous. I think if you associate with him, you get close with him and get wrapped up into his stuff, he's going to lead you to the feds. I think he is, he's like, I don't trust him at all. All right. With that said, all right. So let me understand this. A woman figures out where he lives because of an online post. Doesn't like what he's saying online about women's rights or whatever, decides to go to his house to record his house. What else? I have questions about what else were you doing there? I feel like we're missing information. I feel like we don't have the full story. I feel like, okay, what were you doing there? Because why was Nick already by the door? When you're in your house, where are you at in your house? You're probably in the living room, in your room, in the kitchen. You're somewhere, but you're probably not just waiting at the front door. So why was he already at the front door waiting? Does he just sit there? Does he just camp out at the front door waiting for an opportunity to go, mace some middle-aged woman that knocks on his door or rings the doorbell? I mean, as funny as that sounds, I don't think that's what's happening. There is a reason why he was at the door. According to Nick's side of the story, he claims that there has been threats against his life and that, he's had numerous instances of people coming to his house, knocking on his door unannounced. That's what he claims. Now, I know people don't believe that, and it's not cool to be reasonable. It's not cool to be, I swear, this is not the popular take. This is not the take that's going to give people like, oh yeah, because everyone does not like this guy. Right, left, center, no one likes this guy. I'm just like, I get it, no one likes him, but at the same time, it's like I feel like we don't have the full story because we really don't. And we don't really know what's going on here. There's things missing, and I would like to know. Maybe you say that amount of charitability isn't deserved. Okay. If someone thinks that about you, don't cry foul when they give you this sort of treatment. What I'm saying is, look, man, like I would hope to be fair about it, be reasonable about it. That's just me. While I don't like Nick Fuentes and I think he's a piece of crap, he hasn't done anything towards me. He hasn't done anything towards anyone that I know. Okay? Does he say vile things? Yeah, he does. Okay, but so do a lot of people. And people were like, oh, he should just be thrown in prison just for being annoying. It's like, okay, well, if that's how you really think, and I don't think you're joking, I think you mean that, then, like, you're not really helping, because you're up for people just being thrown away in jail, locked away just for, I guess, just being someone you don't like or saying things you don't like. So, about Nick's side of the story, about him receiving threats against his life, people harassing him, coming to his house unannounced and ringing the doorbell, I kind of believe that. The reason why I kind of believe that is because, one, the reason why I don't wholly believe that is because the same reason why I don't wholly believe whatever the woman said. Because it's like when someone gives their side of the story, they're going to leave out certain things. They tend to do, typically. When you interview people in an investigation, they're not really going to tell you the whole truth. They're only going to tell you what they want you to know and how they perceive it. So anyway, but the reason why I believe it a little bit is because he was already at the door. Why would he already be at the door? I could think of a couple situations. One, the woman was out in the yard making her presence known by yelling and whatever nonsense, okay? Or there had been numerous encounters before, and he was very paranoid and at the door. Okay. Now, the whole mace in the face as soon as you open the door. I understand there's laws in states. Your state, your city is going to have certain laws about that. You should consult those, be informed about those laws before you do anything, really. What you ought to do, what you should do, I'm not a lawyer, but it makes sense to me, and I did look up at Illinois, and this does make sense. You would have to tell them to leave. You would have to. And then, well, in Texas anyway, you can't do this next part in Illinois. In Texas, if they don't leave, then you can use some force to get them to leave. You can even use lethal force to get them to leave, depending on the situation. Nick Fuentes, living in Illinois, doesn't have that option, technically. I don't even think you can mace them in the face, even if they're at their door, which is interesting to me. So, like, if it was a dude harassing a woman, she couldn't mace him in the face at her property, at her door? Okay, interesting. But those are laws. Laws are... I'm going to be very careful in this next part. Sometimes you might be in a situation where you may have to defend yourself. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened here, but you may have to defend yourself, keep yourself safe, and you may have to navigate it in a certain way. If you do, there are consequences. You're going to have to live with those consequences. That's the reality of the situation there. Should Nick have told her to leave before he escalated to mace? Oh, yeah, sure. Do I have a problem with her being maced in the face? No. She effed around and found out. Is it illegal for him to do that? Looks like on the state laws. Yes. So is this charge going to stick? We'll see about that. We'll see. Supposedly Nick Fuentes is a Fed and has maybe some connections there. We'll see what happens. But if that is the law right there, then yeah. The other thing is more of the story may come out, and I want to know, is it really like that, where she just walked up to the door and the door opened and was maced instantaneously? Where was there some dialogue, some exchange from behind the door? I don't know. We don't know. We just have her side. We have his side. Like I said, she said she walked up to the door when someone told her to, because she was at the property recording it because she found out where he lived and was there to, I guess, confront him about his political views. Yeah, it's already not sounding pretty good to me. That sounds like you're looking for a confrontation. You're looking for to mess around and find out there. But okay. And she did. She walked up to the door, and the door was, someone opened it. It was Nick. and instantly maced her. I have concerns. I have questions about, like, why was he already there? You know, I want to know more about the story. I do. And I think we'll find out more, of course, as it progresses, and then we'll see. I mean, that's where I'm in. Like, you know, I could easily be like, oh, yeah, Nick Fuentes is totally, yeah, he did lock him up forever. Lock him up. But that's like, okay. I don't think either one of them were in the right in this situation. One's more on the right than the other. And I have to say, I think it was Nick there. Legally speaking, not. But, like, if you're messing with on someone's property, don't be surprised if they respond to you in certain ways. Don't be surprised. But anyway, I know no one's going to like this. Maybe a few. And they're going to get it twisted and be like, oh, what, you like Nick now? No, I don't like Nick. I think Nick Fuentes is horrible, like I said. But, I mean, I try to be real about it. Try to be reasonable. That's it. But, oh, he's afraid of a middle-aged woman. Okay. I'm sure you have the full story, huh? I'm sure you know exactly what happened all the way, right? Right? No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't know it. It's funny, but that's not even the truth. No, there's more to it than that. There's more to it. There always is. With that said, you guys let me know in the comment section what do you think about this. This should be a lot of fun here. Y'all take it easy and have a good one.